Okay.
Okay, he's got the coach.
Good evening, everybody. Great to see everybody. What an exciting evening we have tonight. We have Lieutenant Ralph Johnson's going to be sworn in as Deputy Chief, and we also have Dominic Andrew here tonight. We're going to congratulate him for being an Eagle Scout. So it's a great evening. I hope the camera room, you can spin that camera around so the people at home can show everybody that's here tonight. And again, it's great to see everybody. But we got a little formality to get through here. So this is a call to order, Bristol Township Council meeting, December 15th, 2022. Starting time is 7:03. Please stand for a pledge of allegiance. And please remember all our officers who protect us day in and day out, our emergency people who take care of us, and all our service personnel overseas, the ones that are over there, the ones that are here, and the ones that never made it back.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everybody. Roll call.
President Bowen,
Here.
Vice President Murphy,
Present.
Mr. Antonello,
Here.
Mr. Blaylock,
Here.
Mr. Glassen,
Here.
Mrs. Wagner.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Before the meeting started, we met in executive session. Mr. Flagger.
Mr. President, Council, we met in executive session to discuss various personnel and legal matters prior to this meeting.
Thank you. Monthly reports are available for review in the Township Manager's office. Public comments will be taken on land development and official action items. General comments will be taken during opportunity for residents to address council. Next, we have presentations and public hearings. Chief? We have a police department promotion. Deputy Chief Ralph Johnson.
Good evening.
Great to see you, Chief.
Thank you. Lieutenant Ralph Johnson will be promoted to Deputy Chief tonight. Ralph was hired February 27th, 1986, graduating from the Philadelphia Police Academy. Ralph worked patrol from June of 1986 until February of 2000, serving with his canine partner Ice and walking a community policing footbeat for several years. Ralph worked narcotics investigations from February of 2000 until February of 2012. During the course of his tenure in narcotics, he was promoted to sergeant in February of 2007, and he was detached for several years, assigned to the Philadelphia Field Division of the Drug Enforcement Administration, working on major drug investigations. He returned to the Bristol Township Police Department and served as a patrol sergeant from February of 2012 until December of 2014. Ralph was appointed acting chief of police in December of 2014 until June 1st of 2015. He was appointed acting lieutenant and was promoted to lieutenant June of 2016. During the past few years, Ralph has had the responsibility for all aspects of the operations and administration of the police department. The recently promoted lieutenants, 2 lieutenants, will now divide those responsibilities between them. During this transition, Ralph will train and mentor the new lieutenants in their important roles within the police department. I'd like to add some of my own personal commentary, if I may. I arrived here 7.5 years ago with the task of making changes within the agency, to make refinements to improve the department's overall professionalism. These refinements take the will, time, effort, and resources to enact. With my arrival as an agency outsider, knowing no one within the department, the odds for success were slim without buy-in of key personnel. Ralph Johnson was one of those who bought into the plan and has assisted me throughout my tenure. From where's a good place to eat lunch, to who's who in the Bristol Township community, and to who's who in the greater Bucks County law enforcement community. He has never wavered with task at hand, whether large or small. Tonight, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank Deputy Chief Johnson for his help in enacting change and improvements to the Bristol Township Police Department. And along the way, I've gotten to know Ralph and vicariously his family, because most every conversation that we have will always begin about something about his family. Ralph is, and rightly so, a proud father and husband. I consider Ralph a good friend. So witnessing him promoted tonight to Deputy Chief will be a fond and lasting memory in my 40-year policing career. So, I would like to invite Ralph's son, Andrew, to come forward to hold the Bible while the oath of office is presented by the Honorable Judge Kevin Wagner.
Repeat after me, please. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will enforce the laws
and that I will enforce the laws
of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania
of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania
and the ordinances of Bristol Township,
and the ordinances of Bristol Township,
and that I will discharge my duties
and that I will discharge my duties
of my office
with fidelity, integrity,
and
honesty,
without consideration
to
to a person's race,
color,
sex,
religious creed,
sexual orientation,
age,
national origin,
ancestry,
handicap,
or disability.
As a Deputy Chief of Police
As the Deputy Chief of Police
with the Bristol Township Police Department. So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Photos?
Coming up.
Yeah, that's funny. I should have left it in.
Sometimes we're taking pictures, I see my head.
Bouncing around.
Oh, we're staying out.
Try to stay
In the picture, you know how we.
Are we going back out? No, I don't.
No.
Then I'm just.
Yeah,
I'll
you'll
look
be
at
out.
picture.
Yeah.
I'm brain dead.
You got your aunt on your mind.
I don't know, it's usually from Mark. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm sure. Thanks, sir. All right, well, we're gonna be in the background here.
You can edit that out. That's a great idea, but I'll wait a while. Oh, no, here we go again. There's one in every group.
Congratulations again.
Is that Neil back there? Right? Is that Neil?
Yeah, I saw him come in.
That's nice of him.
Is there a reason he's here?
Probably just to see Ralph.
Oh, okay.
I suspect.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
hope that's the only reason.
Yeah, right? I don't be the bearer of bad tidings.
Yeah, right?
Okay, moving right along the agenda. Next one, we have a proclamation of Dominic Andrews for recognition of rank to Eagle Scout. Dominic, come on up.
Right, having it.
Dominic, come on right on over to the microphone. And you'll see a button down there. If you want to speak, if you push that button, it'll go green. All right. So tonight. So congratulations, Dominic.
Thank you.
It was great. It's great to see dedication and hanging in there and getting to the point of Eagle Scout. But tonight we have a resolution for you. Resolution 2022-94. A resolution of combination of the Township Council of Bristol, Bucks County, honoring Dominic Andrew for achieving the rank of Eagle Scout. Whereas Dominic Andrew, a recent graduate of Bucks County Technical High School, has been a scout with Troop 316 in Levittown until his 18th birthday this past June. And whereas Dominic has held several positions within the troop, including assistant patrol leader, senior patrol leader, OA representative, then chief, and scribe. And whereas Dominic has also completed National Youth Leadership Training, has reached OA Brotherhood membership, and received the National Outdoor Achievement Camping Award and the Den Chief Award. And whereas Dominic recently achieved the rank of Eagle Scout. And whereas for Dominic Eagle Scout Service Project, Dominic knew he wanted to do something to benefit our nation's greatest, our veterans. And where Dominic reached out to the Alpha Bravo Canine, Philadelphia's first and only 501(c) organization that raises, trains, and donates service dogs to U.S. veterans suffering from debilitating medical and psychological problems as a result of their active combat duty. Dominic was incredibly honored to do this project for ABC, which consisted of planning, designing, and building specific training equipment for the purpose of training dogs with their handlers, a two-sided training staircase, pivot boxes used for balance training, and a sturdy, portable puppy kissing booth that can be used at events promoting ABC's mission. And whereas Dominic assembled and led a crew of 17 volunteers consisting of fellow Scouts, leaders, family, and friends to build and finish this project, putting in 335 total hours worked, Dominic was able to raise enough material and financial donations to cover the entire project. And now, therefore, be it resolved, the Township Council of Bristol Township hereby recognizes Dominic Andrews on his dedication of his many Boy Scout leadership positions, an extraordinary accomplishment in achieving the highest award in the Boy Scout. Duly resolved this 15th day of December, 2022. Congratulations. Thank you. Wow. All I can say is wow. Sure.
You too, you're Scout. I didn't, when I put it up on Facebook, I'll include your picture.
Okay, thank you.
Go up there, take a picture of those with your Scouts.
One more.
Just a little picture.
Just want to tell a little bit about your project? Yeah? Just talking about that.
Hi,
So
Dominic.
I think you've covered most of what I did in my project pretty well, but all I really have to say is that scouting was some of the best years of my life. I definitely won't be forgetting it anytime soon. It's taught me a lot of valuable lessons, and I was very, very thankful to be a part of that. And I thank all of you guys over here for that as well, because you added to that experience. So,
Be a part of your life for forever.
Thank you, Dominic.
thank you.
You know, I attended the 1964 Boy Scout Jamboree at Washington's Crossing, at Valley Forge Park.
Thank you.
Every scout was represented
Dominic's mom had sent me wonderful pictures, and I was not prepared to show them tonight. But when I post the pictures tonight on Facebook or tomorrow on Facebook of presenting the proclamation, I'll make sure that we post the pictures as well of all his projects.
Great. Thank you.
That's awesome.
Okay, moving right along. We have a public hearing and presentation of the proposed 2023 township budget. Before we get, you're welcome to stay, but again, don't feel obligated.
All right. This is exciting stuff, though.
Yeah.
It's all about the budget.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Have a great evening. Merry Christmas. Or happy holidays.
Neil, good to see you.
Hello.
Hi there, Neil.
You want to stay for the budget?
I just happen to be in the neighborhood, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can listen to our budget.
Have you been naughty? Because this will be a nice punishment for you.
Now it's radio.
Away from Randy, that's better.
Wise.
All right.
This budget presentation is not like it used to be. I actually even deleted more slides from the,
All right.
so let's get on with it. This is the presentation. As we know, the calendar, and as tonight is our proposed 2023 budget presentation. I forgot Fran had done this last year. So tonight there is no proposed real estate tax increase. There's has been no real estate tax increase since 2011. This council actually decreased taxes in 13 and 14, and no increases in 2012, 15, and 16 through 2023. The budget proposes a 5% decrease over all adopted funds of 2022. And we continue to have investment in infrastructure for blight removal, renovation of the senior center, so construction of a park and recreation building, renovation of the Marie Lowe Resource Community Center, park maintenance and upgrade, Croydon wastewater treatment plant expansion, and upgrades, continued sanitary storm sewer infrastructure repairs and upgrade, and our milling and paving and curb ramp replacement program. This just shows the millages for 2023, which all stayed the same. The school district, the county, and the township are not increasing for 2023. The average dollar for 2023 for your tax dollar is 82 cents for the school district, 9 cents for each the county and the township. This again shows from 2012 to 2023, there has been no real estate tax increases. So we are going to have a few increases in the refuse fee and the streetlight assessment for this year into 2023, but it's still unheard of for over 12 years if you take into account the $20.31 decrease in the trash fee for the township in 2014 and 15, and then the proposed increase for the trash fee. We had discussed of a $40 increase for the trash fee, and we rearranged the budget for a $50 increase for the trash fee. Instead of increasing it to $340, we're proposing to increase it to $350 to lighten the increase for the proposed contract, probably for next year for the 3-year contract. That would give us an additional $155,000 revenue for 2023. It's just to lighten a little bit lessen the burden going into. That was recommended by Councilman Antonello. I thought it was a very good recommendation that we might as well just do what we can to decrease the anticipated increase. But still with our proposal of a $340 refuse fee going into 2023, a 10% increase in the street light assessment, which would increase that $3.25 from $27.50 to $30.25. Over 12 years, you're looking at this council increasing any type of assessment or fees by less than 4% and less than $33. That is unheard of, and you should all give yourselves an applause. Yes, there's no other municipality that I know of in any area of Bucks, Montgomery, Delaware, or any other county around here in the tri-state area that in the last 5 years, 4 years hasn't increased taxes. Some increase taxes every single year. Even if it's just a minuscule amount, they increase taxes every year, or they increase taxes every couple years. We're doing very well, which is great. We don't have to increase the taxes. Can't say that's going to be the future continuously, but we're doing well, so we don't have to, and let's continue on. I know people are going to be upset about the refuse and the street light when we come to the sanitary sewer. That's going to have a slight increase as well, but overall, we're talking an increase of $75 on the year, which again equates to $130 a month, and about $1.20. Actually, I did the math. $3.52 a month for the increase. Correct. And last year was $3.42 a month.
Not $130 a month.
No, $105.60 a month.
For who?
Oh, for trash.
For the average assessed.
No, that's sewer.
Okay, let's get to the next. Let's get to the next. So, yes.
I pay $100 a month.
Okay, for the average assessed homeowner,
Right.
for your county, I'm sorry, I didn't say it right, for your county, real estate, street light assessment, and refuse would be, I believe it was totaling $1,300 for the year. So then that would be $105.60 a month, $3.52 a day. No, $3.52 a month. But $105.60 a month, yeah. For the year. For the year. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Basically, it's I don't know why I'm having a brain fart, but
Just on an annual basis, it's what?
yeah, it's less than 4% increase.
So if you're sitting at home, everybody, we have to raise.
Apparently, I'm Craig Bowen tonight.
We have to, yeah. Thank you. What a compliment. Let's put we have to raise the trash fee to $350. It's $337.
No, it's 317.
$317. We have to raise it up. We were running a deficit. Yeah, for the year.
Right.
One thing I want to mention while we're talking about the trash, our contract is up next year.
Correct. I'll come through.
Are you going to
Yeah.
mention that?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry
Yes.
about that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And our sewer, for the ones that go to Croydon Sewer Plant's going to go up
Correct. Mm-hmm.
10%, so I pay $100.
Yeah, I'm getting to that too.
Oh, I'm
We didn't
sorry.
get there yet.
No, we have
Okay,
not gotten there.
let me
So the
back up.
short version is $33 more a year for refuse
And streetlights.
and streetlights.
Correct.
Oh, great, even better. Throw them both in.
That's,
No,
no.
no. The short version is $53.25 a year.
Total.
The short version was $33 increase
refuse?
over the last 12 years
Total.
total.
That's what
Oh,
we're trying,
'cause we
that's the point
dropped
we're
it
trying to
20
get
bucks,
across.
all
Right,
right.
right.
Over 12
That
years,
there's been no
this
increase.
council,
Yes, there's a
this
total
council has
increase over the course.
increased
The total
4%.
increase over the course of 12 years will end up being about $33 or,
It's $32.94 this
Percents.
council has increased in trash and streetlights for the last 12 years.
right,
That's the slide.
yeah.
Awesome.
That's in front of you.
So yeah, it's worked out. Now we're facing a big contract negotiation with Waste Management this coming year, and rather than pass along a larger increase to the residents all at once, we're gonna feather that over the course of a couple of years.
So currently Middletown, whose contract is up in 2 years, I believe, is at a $404 trash fee, annual trash fee. Northampton and Southampton are two contracts that just went through this year that are so they're current in ones that we know are taking light into where the tipping fees and all of the funds are current dollars that are going to increase. And they are both, I believe, are going to be at $565 a year. So yes, our 317 is a very low number to begin with. We have been deficit spending in our trash fund for the last 3 years. And we probably should have raised it, over the last couple of years, but none of us wanted to do any of that, or I did not want to recommend that
Amidst
during
COVID.
COVID. So this year, yes, we are recommending to increase it, knowing that next year will be the bid for the contract, and it's going to exponentially increase. So we're trying to minimize that exponential increase because we know it's already going to be an increase.
Thank you.
So going forward,
Can we spend more time on trash?
well, we will, because there's a slide on that. This is just going through with the all the different funds proposed 2023 through the change of 2022. The major changes are from the general fund. We have our transfer from our revenue. We had a very good year in 21, so we have a revenue of $2 million going into the debt fund. That's from the budget. We were doing separate transfers, but this year, since the audit came so late, because PMRS is having issues with getting their audits done and their numbers to our auditors, we're able to get it in the budget, and we'll probably go on through that cycle, so we don't have to do separate resolutions for budget transfers. And that's the major change on that, as well as the American Rescue Fund money coming in, and that's going into our revenue. So that shows the general fund of that $4.5 million. That's really the major change on those. Another major decrease of money is half of the sewer treatment plant expansion is completed, and this year will be the completion of that. Our this is really weird. Okay, so our revenues did very well last year. We're proposing our revenues to do the same. They're increased at 17% again. Our property tax increase, property real estate increases. That's probably budgeted very conservatively. We know that this year or 2023 going into it, the 3M property is coming online. We have no idea what that's going to be, but that was in a tax abatement for the last 10 years. So that's going to be probably a good, healthy revenue stream for not only us, but the school district. There's a couple other tax abatements that are going to be coming offline as well. So that's very good. Our transfer tax is going well. Our business licenses and our permits are going well. And we also have our American Rescue Fund that we have a couple more years to spend. And our earned income tax is doing well as well. What I do like to show you is while we're doing well in revenue, we're doing everything that we can to lower our expenditures, and we're doing very well at that as well. Most of our expenditures are decreased. Our expenditures might be flat or contractually obligated, but where we can decrease, we are, and we're doing very well. Some of the general building maintenance, the costs are going up, inflation, and contractual obligations. Those are the things that sometimes there's nothing that we can do. But our consultants are working with us, legal and IT. We're decreasing where we can, and our insurance has gone down. We're able to use with Delaware Valley Insurance Trust. We're able to use our rate stabilization, so those have gone down. We're still with Vaughn and Travelers, and our experience is good, so those rates are going down, and our employee benefits as well with our health insurance. Again, they've gone down. So it's it's nice to be able to report President Bowen. Yeah, exactly. It's nice to be able to report. It's nice to be able to report that when we can decrease our expenditures, we are.
Thank you. Great job.
I'm not done.
Okay.
Oh. Thought that was her segue, President Bowen.
No, it's just showing you wasn't paying attention. Yeah. So very quickly, capital fund highlights: 7 new vehicles for the township, senior center addition and renovation, park and rec new building, glass and grounds, as we always like to call them, for our volunteer fire companies and rescue squads, public works garage, and we were very fortunate to hire a part-time Parks and Rec person. He started off at the spray park, John Gills, and now he's actually doing our park audits. He's doing a great job. He's actually teaching Dana Coleman. She's really enjoying it as well. But he's going around. We have 33 parks. He's fixing them all up because they've just been neglected, and we're doing very well. And again, fortunate enough to have all of our grant funding come in, and we're blowing through the American Rescue Recovery Act. We're almost at the end of spending the $5 million on our sanitary sewer, and now we're moving on to our storm sewer. So in 1.5 years' time, we spent $5 million on slip lining and pipe repairs. It is absolutely working. Our treatment plant is under the rate of less than the permit that we haven't expanded to with our expansion being completed. So it looks like the slip lining is working, and if we just slip lined, we wouldn't have had to expand. But we digress. State grants. Our state grants, we've been working with our traffic engineer, and he's done a great job in helping us get basically all of our traffic signal upgrades with our improvements on those. The Bristol Oxford Valley and Mill Creek Road, that's almost completed. Our multi-detection, that's out for bid. That's for acceptance of bid tonight. Our Green Light Go grants for New Rogers and Otter, New Falls, and Newportville are underway. Working with Gilmore and Associates for Randall Avenue Bridge, and as well as the stormwater project along Mill Creek. and looking for economic development and a 5-year financial plan. We have received a grant for that as well. And we received last week $829,298 in redevelopment municipal grant program grants, which is amazing. So we'll be able to move forward with all of those next year. So very, very quickly, liquid fuels, we're going to be able to do curb ramp replacement program, purchase at least 4 or 5 new dump trucks, utility trucks, milling and paving, and snow and ice removal as needed. Recreation fund. Fortunate to have Brian Morris on board, working with Jair and Dana. We have our movie nights coming back, summer camp, concerts in the park, national night, holiday parade, tree lighting, and looking to plan out more for next year. Our sewer fund. This is where we talk about our 10% rate increase. The residential rate, we have an ordinance on tonight because it's required to be by ordinance. Our residential rate is 10% proposed rate increase. That would make it $100.94 per quarter, increasing to $111.03 per quarter. And this is for those that are in the Croydon wastewater treatment plant service area. Almost finished the $2.9 million expansion for the capital improvements. Remediation of the soil and groundwater are continuing, still in conversations with the Dow property next door. That is expected to be completed summer. I always put fall just in case. But we're moving really, really well. The hope is right now, if everything goes well, we've been almost a year under the guidelines of the consent decree, and all goes well, that'll go away. That's been a decade-long coming. We haven't received any fines or anything for the last 2 years. This is pretty amazing, and we should all be proud of ourselves. And this is where we talk about the proposed increase from $317 to $350 for the refuse fund. And we kind of went in length of that already, so we don't really need to explain that. Due to contractual obligations coming up next year. And we do have the spring cleanups proposed already for May 6th to the 13th. We did have a mailing come out. I'll talk about that quickly at another time. And that's basically the proposed agenda. I know my predecessor did used to advise, and I'm not trying to say, we're doing very well. I'm happy to be part of this team. We have very good revenues, trying to get more business and economic development going through. But these are just the 2 things that I wanted to focus on that are still out there is post-retirement healthcare and the pension, the minimum municipal obligation. Those are, but the positive is they are decreasing because of contractual obligations as well as people aging out. So on a positive note, they're decreasing as the years go out. Other than healthcare, healthcare is increasing as it does every year. But this is for post, we're contractually obligated for post retirement medical to a certain degree. It's new hires, not so much as long, but it'll be a while till we get there. What's the unfunded number? It's not really an unfunded. Well, these aren't really unfunded numbers. I guess I probably should have changed that. This is just the numbers for the years for post-retirement healthcare and the MMOs together. We're having, every 2 years they do an actuarial study, and so next year is our year up, so we'll have more numbers. No, that's not. Yeah. And that is all I have.
Thank you for that very articulate budget presentation. We appreciate it. I know it's a lot of work. Thank you. There's a lot going on, a lot of moving parts. Yes. So at home, one of the, inflation, that little inflation thing, I knew it was gonna start to bite us. And, so there's a little bit of that in there. My biggest concern is, when our trash contract is up next year. I think it was $5 million we paid over, was it 5 years? $1 million a year. And that's what brought that number to a little over 300 per year for trash. I just feel you better hold on because what it was costing for the trash, for fuel, to bring good people back in after COVID, to get them to come back. They paid a lot of money for the drivers, and they deserve it. And I just will be letting you know kind of a census of what that trash is going to be. I think it's almost going to double. And we're fortunate that the information I have is Waste Management has expanded their dump for another few years. And my concern always was if when that's not up there and falls and they have to go truck it down to Maryland or Ohio, can't imagine the cost of trash then. So that's all I have to say. But great job. Thank you. Let's move right along here. Now we have a public hearing on ordinances. An ordinance of the Township Bristol increasing the sewer rates and charges by 10% for residential and non-residential properties within the Bristol Township sewer system service area. We need a motion on that.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Patrick Antonello.
I'll second it, Craig.
Second by Joe Glasson on the motion. Is there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
And quick note on that, that's just for the people, again, Brandy said, for the Croydon service area. I'll feel that personally and also commercially. I pay $372 a month for my little mini dumpster, and that's going to be 10% more. And I'll be paying over $409 a month increase, and you know, comes with inflation. What's happening right now? Next, we have a consent agenda. Consider approval of voucher list and requisition dated December 15, 2022, to the amount of $3,856,803.97. Consider approval of November 10, 2022 council meeting minutes. Consider resolution for official sewage facilities planning module for 3017 Bath Road, Bristol. Consider resolution for official sewage facility planning module for 1968 Woodland Avenue, Croydon. Reappointment of Mark DeMarcus to zoning board, 5-year term. Appointment of Gerard Lycon to zoning hearing board, 5-year term. And appointment of Andy Grillo to alternate to the zoning board for 5-year term. Reappointment of John Greer III to planning commission, 4-year term. And we need a motion on that.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Miriam Wagner.
A second?
Second by Cindy Murphy. On the consent agenda, is there any questions? All in favor? Aye. Report from Township Manager.
Just two quick things. One is the 2023 Waste and Recycling Collection Services has been mailed out to all the residents to the township. So please look for that. On it, it's just a 2-page mailer, but it will have on there the Christmas tree collections are the week of January 2nd and January 16th, and it will have also our 2023 spring cleanup days, May 6th and May 13th. And then also fortunate to be able to say that we worked with a developer at 6201 Bristol Pike, and the former Hammock Hotel, which has been vacant for a while, will start demolition tomorrow. Yes, very good.
Thank
That
you.
is all I
Anything
have.
else? Oh, thank you. Next, we have a report from Randy Feuger, our Township Solicitor.
Mr. President, the only thing we have to add at this moment is we want to wish everyone a really happy holiday, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, happy healthy New Year, a peaceful New Year for all of us. and we appreciate and enjoy working with Randy and the staff and Gilmore and everyone in moving Bristol Township forward. Thank you.
Thank you. And same to you, too. New business? Next, we have an application of American Dream Reality Service Corporation, 7998 New Falls Road, Levittown, PA, tax parcel 5-46-168, requesting waiver of land development approval in order to construct a second story with an enclosed stairwell addition at the above noted location in the C Commercial Zone District. Consideration to take appropriate action. Good evening. Hi.
Good evening.
Evening.
Thanks for having us. My name is Kimberly Barron from Begley, Carlin, and Mandio. I'm here on behalf of the applicant, American Dream Realty, who is the owner of 7998 New Falls Road. The property is approximately 0.3 acres. It's located in the commercial district and has a unique triangular shape. The property has a one-story, 1,100 square foot building that is used for my client's real estate services. At this time, the building does not accommodate for the expansion of his business, and he's looking to expand the building. Due to the shape and the uniqueness of the building, the best way to do this is to build up. So we propose to build a second story with a stairwell in the rear of the property. To do this, we received some zoning relief, and now we are before you asking for waivers from land development.
Is your green light on? Because I can't hear you.
It is.
Okay. You'll have to move a little closer. Sorry.
Sorry. I'm softly
There we go.
spoken, so I'm not surprised. Okay. Do I need to start over? All right, so I do have Brian Binney here, our surveyor, if you have any specific questions about the site or any specific questions about the waivers. Otherwise, I do know a resolution was prepared, and we reviewed it, and my client's happy to sign it, and we can provide that to the township tomorrow. Yes, yes.
Right, and for everybody out there.
There was actually 14 waivers. There was actually 14 waivers. Most of them are the usual, the scale's not the right, that shouldn't even be in the ordinance. And there was
Breeze.
parking line ordinance where they have to be striped, but it's already existing. Benny, what am I doing? Brian.
Yeah. All right, don't gotta earn my money tonight? Okay. Could you advance it to the next slide, please? So just so everybody understands, the blue, back one, please. The blue portion shown in the rear of the building is what we're actually gonna construct on the ground, and that's a stairwell that will reach to the second floor. There isn't any room inside the building to put the stairwell without severely impacting the area of the building. So the waivers, as Mr. Chairman has mentioned, this is a really odd-shaped parcel, and it's very, very small. And there are striped parking spaces out there currently that do not conform to the current zoning requirements or SALDO requirements. However, they do function for our client. In the resolution, I spoke to Kurt, and we agreed that we'll convert one of these parking spaces into a handicapped parking space because there aren't any currently. But all the waivers are really because of the irregular size and shape of this property, and there just really isn't enough space to do that work.
I think one was street trees.
Correct.
Right, which you don't want trees out there.
No.
No, right.
I have one question, though. At the back of the property, the buffer area,
Correct.
what is currently there? Is there a buffer there?
There is not. There is not, and the paving is actually almost all the way up to the property line.
And that's the residence behind property line you're talking about. It's your property line, it's right up to that. There's no buffer there.
Correct.
Okay.
And Brian, there's containers there.
There are. Some of the containers are being removed with this project, because obviously the stairwell will be in their place. I think the plan is ultimately to remove them all, but not until after the construction is complete, I believe.
Okay, that would look better.
So, again, I'm going to go back to this because I really want to clarify it. Has there ever been issues with your neighbors in the back of that property?
Not to my knowledge, no.
And that black line, that line on your diagram is your property line?
It's the common property line, yes.
Okay.
This property actually backs up to 3 residential.
Right,
properties.
because of the shape of it, I understand that. Okay.
And actually, our utilities from our building actually go out through the residential property.
I know, yeah, makes complete sense to me. And this business only operates during, there's no nighttime activity there. It's pretty quiet. It's a real estate office for all intents and purposes, correct?
Currently, they have 5 employees there.
Yeah.
And 2 of their employees are working remotely because they don't have enough space in that building for them to work. So the goal is to bring those 2 employees into the office and have a little bit of extra room in case there is future expansion of the business.
My main concern is that we're not impacting their neighbors in a negative way by doing this project.
And I don't think that, and Randy, if you'll go to the next slide, please. So this is what their building is proposed to look at when they're finished. So I think what we're going to see is a lot nicer
It's a house.
building for everybody to look at,
So
yes.
it's a lovely professional, upscale, contemporary, looks like a house professional building. That's the technical description for it.
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm good.
Mr. Brody, any comments on that?
I have nothing to add to the project other than I just wanted to point out that this project's being administered as a waiver of land development,
Right.
meaning that this project did not go to Planning Commission, predominantly because it's a very small impact with a small footprint addition to the
Parking lot's already existing.
So in the township's continuous effort to always try to streamline and make things more efficiently and keep the costs low, this is a waiver of land development.
Great. So we need a motion.
I just have one more question.
okay.
They're just building up? They're not,
Correct, except with the exception
like
of
you're
the stairwell to go upstairs will be outside the existing footprint of the building. So if we were somehow able to make the stairwell inside, we probably wouldn't even be here.
in the front, that looks different.
No, in the back.
I know, but the front, isn't the facade?
Yeah, they're going to change the facade. The front is all going to change.
Who are the owners of record?
It's
It's American Dream Realty Service.
And the gentlemen or ladies that own it, their names are?
Jonathan Geffman.
And he was supposed to be here today, and we're unable to get in contact with him, so hopefully he's okay.
Oh, yikes.
So a motion's in order.
Yeah, I wish you, I'm sorry.
We have a motion by Marion Wagner,
I'll second.
second by Cindy Murphy on the motion. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Pat, I'm sorry, I cut you off.
It's okay. It's really okay. I just know that American Dream Realty has been trying to market a property on Levittown Parkway for a number of years now, and it would have been nice if he was here, because I have some questions regarding that.
Yeah, I would, there's a few of us have questions, but, on their marketing, but, we'll keep moving. Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right.
Happy holidays.
Thank you. Next, we have a resolution adopting the 2023 township budget and setting forth millage rates, streetlights, and refuge fees. The fund said adopted budget. We need a motion.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Cindy Murphy.
Oh, sorry.
We have a motion by Pat Antonello on the
Second by Pat Antonello.
second by, thank you. On the resolution, is there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you. Bids for traffic signal multi-location detective upgrades.
Oh, boy.
It's not an oh boy. Why is everything oh boy?
We want bids. Okay.
This is just one of our, this is actually one of our grants as well. So this is just a multi traffic signals, but multi-use modifications, dilemma, push buttons, video detection, maintenance, protection, traffic, apparatus work. It's everything of the signal upgrades that we haven't done to the mast arms already. 2 bids, Armor came in at the low bid, $195,250. Recommendation, motion is in order.
Motion by Mary Ann Wagner,
I'll second it, Craig.
second by Joe Glasson on the motion. Is there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you. Next, we have a 2022 sanitary pipe replacement project bid.
This is keeping in line with what we've been doing, using our American Rescue Fund pipe replacement. And Rich Gilmore Associates has heard of them and has said that they are productive and great company, $720,693.50. Motion is in order.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Cindy Murphy, second by Mary Ann Wagner on the motion. Is there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you. Next, we have tentative agreement for a new collective bargaining agreement between the Township of Bristol and Administrative Employees, Service Employees, International Union, and Local 32 BJ, consideration to ratify.
4%, summary of the recommendations is 4% contract, 4-year contract. They had asked for a couple of things that the township was not in favor for, but the only, one of the recommendations, the other two contracts we have with our municipal employees in Public Works, they do have longevity. There's 4 union members in this contract. They didn't have longevity. As long as it matched what our TWU, it's a $1,000 increase to this contract. I said yes. Those are the recommendations, and a motion is in order.
Make that motion.
Motion by Patrick Antonello,
I'll second.
second by Cindy Murphy on the motion. Is there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you. Request for proposal for 2023 snow plowing removal.
We had 3 proposals come in: area enclosures, effluent retrieval, kangaroo roof. As we always do, we make a motion to submit and approve them all.
Motion by Mary Ann Wagner,
I'll second.
second by Cindy Murphy on the motion. Is there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you. Next, we have a request for proposal for 2023 tree trimming and removal services.
This request came in, 2 proposals, $100 off from each other. Shades of Green has been with us for about a decade, and Rick's Tree Service, who is also a reputable company, came in at the lower proposal at $100. My recommendation is to submit for both of those companies to come in and split the tree work within the township.
Sounds good. I'll make that motion.
Motion by Cindy Murphy,
I'll second it,
second
Craig.
by Joe Glasson on the motion. Is there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you. Next, we have a request for proposal for 2023 to 2025 HVAC service contract.
Yes, HVAC.
HVAC, I call it HVAC.
Thank you. We had our first service contract put together in 2020. I guess it was my predecessor's recommendation. It was a 3-year contract. We revised the request and put together a new proposal that went out. It was a different company. Encore took over the previous company that had put in the proposal. Their submission came in at $88,000, and Hirschberg Mechanical's proposal came in at $66,965,000 for 3 years. So my recommendation is go with Hirschberg Mechanical.
Need a motion?
Make that motion.
Motion by Patrick Antonello,
Second.
second by Cindy Murphy on the motion. Is there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you. Next, we have establishment of 2023 council meeting dates and times. I think they're the same as last year.
The only thing that I would say is there's one date that I'm requesting in March to be changed to the 4th Thursday in March, because there's a conference that I would request to go to that is the 3rd Thursday in March. And that is
Thank
an
you.
asterisk.
Got it. Need a
Change.
motion?
I'll make it.
Motion by Cindy Murphy, second by Mary Ann Wagner on the motion. Is there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you.
Is that a Thursday night?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's 5 Thursdays in March.
Yeah, but we have a conflict. Well, we can check.
We can change it.
Well,
Yeah, I can
All right.
talk to everybody before we
thank you.
advertise it.
Establishment of 2023 Planning Commission, Environmental Advisory Commission, Zoning Board, and Civil Service Commission, meeting dates and times.
So we had talked about being assistance and helpful to the business community, and with the planning commission meetings being the day before the council meetings, they would have to wait another month to get on for council. So Bob McTee had talked to our planning commission, and they were okay with moving the planning commission to the beginning of the month. That's proposed on the list of dates. They were fine with it as the first Tuesday of the month. Everybody's fine with that. So that's the change in there. A couple of the asterisks are obviously there to move them to the second Tuesday of the month, because they are, or some of the zoning hearing board dates are holidays.
All right, I'll make that motion.
Motion by Sidney Murphy, second by Marion Wagner on the motion. Is there any questions? All in favor?
Oh, hello.
Sorry,
That's
I
okay.
didn't turn that off.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Thank you. And let's see. And next, a memorandum of understanding with Tullytown Borough for animal control services.
So I had emailed you out, I drafted up the MOU, sent it over to Sergeant Bunda, who is the acting chief. He sent it over to his secretary at Tullytown, who sent it over to Russ Sacco. So it did have legal review. What I did put in there, though, where I said, let's look at calls of service, see if we should be charging them. I did think about it, though, and said, hey, if our ACO is called in an emergency call and we're paying overtime, we should be able to charge out what we have to pay out of pocket. So that was put in there last night. They, Tullytown approved it, and it's in front of you for approval, but it's everything else that I had said. It's just basically reimbursement. No, it's a flat fee of not making any money, helping out a neighboring municipality, but reimbursement for anything that's out of pocket.
Sounds good.
Motion by Marianne Wagner,
Second.
second by Sidney Murphy on the motion. Is there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
That's it for that. Next, we have other business. Any other business? Is there any other business? Any other business? Ray, how you doing down there? How's things going? Good, I haven't heard from you for a while. Good to see you. Next, comments from council members.
Certainly want to wish everyone a happy, healthy, safe holiday.
Just piggyback off that. Opportunity for residents to address council. Is there anybody sign in?
Do we have a
No.
All right.
Okay, all right. Yeah, you got something you want to say? You're welcome. Just don't bill us.
Good answer.
Just don't bill us. All righty. So that's about it. So it's time to adjourn. I just, again, wish everybody a healthy, happy new year coming up, and we'll see you sometime in January. Need 'em all in favor to adjourn this meeting? Aye. Thank you all. Good night.